Liana Nasser was just 5 years old when she first stepped onto the soft, padded mat of her local jiu-jitsu dojo. Her big brown eyes were wide with excitement and a little bit of nervousness, but she was ready to learn. Liana was 5 years of age, but she was filled with a fierce determination that made her seem much larger. She had heard stories about jiu-jitsu, a martial art that teaches how to use your opponent's strength against them, and she was eager to learn. On her first day, she stepped on the mat. Her coach knew she will be champion one day. Liana was ready to begin her journey. From that day on, she trained hard, learning the basics of jiu-jitsu with patience and care. It wasn't long before she earned her first 2 stripes on her white belt, a sign of her progress and dedication. Liana beamed with pride, but she knew this was just the beginning. Liana's parents were her biggest supporters. They watched every class, cheering her on and helping her practice at home. Her siblings, Ali and Youssef, were also there, sometimes joining her in playful practice sessions. Together, they were Liana's biggest fans, always encouraging her to keep going, no matter what. As Liana continued to train, she encountered obstacles, like the time she couldn't quite master a new technique. She would try, falling down again and again. But each time she fell, she remembered what her coach had told her. When you fall, you pick yourself back up. And that's exactly what Liana did. She kept getting up, trying harder, until she finally mastered the technique. Liana knew that jiu-jitsu was about more than just physical strength. It was about resilience, courage, and never giving up. She had a dream, to become a jiu-jitsu grappling world champion. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to make it happen. As she grew older, Liana earned her yellow belt, then orange, and continued to climb through the ranks. Each belt represented a new level of skill and dedication. She faced new challenges, including bullies at school who tried to pick on her and other kids. But Liana was not afraid. She had learned that true strength came from within, and no one could bully her or anyone else as long as she was around. Liana started entering jiu-jitsu competitions, winning some and losing others. But each time she learned something new. Her victories were sweet, but her losses taught her valuable lessons. She knew that every champion had to face defeat at some point, but it was how you responded that mattered. Liana always responded with more determination and effort. By the time Liana was 10, she had become the strongest kid in her school. No one dared to bully anyone because they knew Liana would stand up for them. She was a protector, using her skills not just to win competitions, but to help others. She had earned her green belt by then, and was already looking forward to the next challenge. Years passed, and Liana continued to grow in skill and strength. She earned her blue belt, then purple, and eventually the brown belt, each one a testament to her hard work and perseverance. Her family was always there, cheering her on at every competition, proud of the young woman she was becoming. When Liana turned 18, she earned her black belt, a moment she had dreamed of since she first started. But this was not the end of her journey. It was just the beginning. Now she was ready to compete at the highest levels, to take on the world's best and show them what she was made of. Liana entered the Jiu-Jitsu Grappling World Championships with the same determination she had as a 6-year-old girl. She faced opponents from all over the world, each one strong and skilled. But Liana was stronger. She had courage, resilience, and a heart full of passion. She fought her way through each match, never giving up, until she stood victorious as the world champion. As she held the championship trophy high, Liana thought back to all the obstacles she had overcome. Every time she fell, she had picked herself back up. Every time someone told her she couldn't do something, she proved them wrong. She had become a champion, not just because of her skills, but because of her spirit. Liana knew that her journey was far from over. She still had much to learn, and she wanted to become a jiu-jitsu master, earning every belt along the way until she reached the highest level, the red belt. She would continue to protect those who couldn't protect themselves, teaching others that true strength comes from within. No one would ever be able to bully Liana or anyone else as long as she was around. And as she looked out at her proud family, she knew that with their support, there was nothing she couldn't achieve. Liana Nasser, the girl who started jiu-jitsu at 5 years old, had become a world champion, and her journey was only just beginning.